So when the chat box, they will come. So meanwhile, I will draw something. Okay, so then I will explain both the things at a time. So what is the new one is ride 6. Okay. Guys, no. Just must be in black. Okay. Ride 6. Okay. Now again, same thing like this only, ride 5, but I want to reduce the size of the things like here. Okay. Next. Okay. Next disk. Ride 6 we can use 5 disk. Okay. So ride 5 using 3 disk. Ride 6 use 5 disk. That's why I'm waiting. Okay. Okay. So this is disk 3. Now disk 4. Disk 5. Okay. So you have a totally 5 disk, right? So if you want to type a disk also, like you can type like a disk 1, disk 2, disk 3, disk 4. Yeah, it's very good. It's exactly it is work. Okay, and then so each one is 1 terabyte. Okay, 1 TB. Okay, 1 TB. Okay, so 1 TB. This also 1 TB. Okay. Totally, how many disks? 5 disks. Actually, also think. Okay. Then I will combine these all these disks into single volume. Okay. Yeah, like this. Very narrow. Okay. So what is this? This is RAID 6. Okay. Nothing. Just I'm painting. Okay. Yeah, you cannot do RAID 5 with 4 disks. We can't do 4 disks only. It is limit is 3 disks only. Okay. Limitation is 3 disks. If you want, I will show you how to do these things. So that time you can try once. Okay. Okay. Actually, 3 or more it is saying, but we can try once. We have to check it once. Okay. So total space it is taking total space is total space you will get it 3 TB only here, not 4 TB, only 3 TB. It means it will use 3 by 5 disk. We can get it. Loss is 2 by 5 disk. Okay, so 2 disk loss. Okay, this is called 2 disk failure. Okay, 2 disk failure with parity. Okay, with the parity. Okay, 2 disk failure with parity, and this is pointing right, so like this. Okay. So I'm going to explain again RAID 5. Okay, if you understand RAID 5, RAID 6 is same. RAID 5, RAID 6, similarly, no, there is no difference. Only number of disk and number of this thing only. Okay. I think so you're understanding combining RAID 0, RAID 1 mirror, and we are going to RAID 5. RAID 5 is also a single disk failure. We are using 3 disks here. If one disk is failure, still we can able to access the data. So you don't feel we are not accessing data. So we can able to access the data from the disk. Okay. So totally 3 disks are there. Out of 3 disks, if any disk is failure, still no problem. We can able to access the data. Total size of this 3 disks is the size of the 2 disks only. Total size we are getting 2 disk space only, not 3 disks. For example, 2 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 2 terabyte. How much we are getting? 4 terabyte. If you take, for example, 2 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 2 terabyte. In RAID 5, you take a 2 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 2 terabyte. And what is the resultant space it will show? It shows only 4 terabytes only. Okay, so like that. So only 2 disk space only we are getting, not a 3 disk space. So like that. Okay, next it use a parity. Parity means what it will happen, whatever the data stored in any disk, these disks are randomly stored data. Okay, for example, this disk stores a C. Okay, or sorry, this disk is storing a file name C. This is storing a D. This is storing E. Okay, like that. Any disk can store any data. So we cannot say this data stores here, this data don't store here. Like we don't know. It's a single volume. So we are putting a data. The data is choose itself, like the mechanism choose where to put the data. So it will occupy the data into the different spaces, right? Now, whenever a data is stored in a disk, the data's parity bits will be stored into other disk. Okay, so there is a lot of theory things are there, and what we can say, one statement is collide with another statement kind of stuff is there. Okay, so some are showing like one disk is a parity disk, all are data disk. So a question is, which one is a parity disk? Who will decide the parity disk? So we cannot say like that. Okay, so here it is one disk, any of the disks store any data. So the data other disk stores the data's parity bits. For example, here C is a file, like a C file is there, right? The C file parity bit is storing here. This is a D file in the second disk, and D's parity bit stores here. Okay, one more point is there. Some people think like a parity stores in only one disk, like a D's parity stores here, but not here. E's parity stores here, but not here. Okay, it can be stored either here or here, but not in a both the things. So parity, there is no two copies are there. Still that is also one doubted thing only. Okay, still there is no proper confirmation regarding it. Okay, so what I'm going to say it is, so one, what are the data in the disk, the data parity bit stores in other disk. So up to here try to understand. Okay, so what is the advantage of this one is, if any disk is failure, if any disk is got failure, no problem, we can still access the data. And the failed disk, if you remove it and reinsert the new disk, automatically using this parity, the disk data will be recreated. Whatever the data should be here in this disk, for example, third disk got failure, this is got failure, I removed it, I reinsert the new disk, automatically these two disks will check their data and the parities. Using this parity, it regenerates the data here, it resync the complete thing. Okay, so again this disk is got a data of earlier one, so whatever the data is there earlier, it is regenerated here. Okay, so only RAID 5 possible with the servers and iSCSI storages. Okay, SCSI is there, SCSI controller having a RAID controller. I forget to tell two things in the RAID. In a RAID, there is a hardware RAID and software RAID is also there. Okay, the RAID. Okay, hardware RAID is there and software RAID is also there. What is hardware RAID and software RAID? Okay, so what is a hardware RAID and software RAID? Hardware RAID means like your iSCSI controller or graphic cards and all. It's a card only. It is a controller. It is like a motherboard or a interface card. Okay, it is a kind of interface card or motherboard, or maybe onboard RAID is there. Earlier server motherboards having its own, server motherboards having its their own RAID controller. So we have to select based on where you inserting a disk. Okay, on which point you are inserting a disk number. You have to tell, okay, this disk 1 and disk 5, disk 6 are belongs to RAID 5. Disk 3, disk 11, disk 12, or sorry, disk 3, disk 8 belongs to RAID 1. Like that we can able to tell. So these disks are belongs to this, right? This belongs to this one. Like we can combine. This is a disk 2, disk 5, disk 7 are belongs to RAID 5, one RAID 5, and I will take another disk like a disk 9, disk 11, disk 15 are belongs to another RAID 5. Like that I can able to create. Okay, so that is completely pinning and BIOS setting kind of stuff is there. So that's some kind of stuff settings are there. So we can able to use a hardware controller to manage this one. So that is in a your hardware RAID. That is hardware RAID. Then what is the software RAID? What is the software RAID? So you have a disk, already disks are connected to iSCSI, or directly it is on your system, or through iSCSI it is connected, or SCSI it is connected. So whatsoever it is, okay, whatever it is, we are connected using a disk management or a server management. We can manage the disk, and software wise we can able to manage it. Okay, so we can use a disk RAID software or a disk management software, so we can manage this disk. Okay, so understand, I think so. Okay, and what is software RAID? Using software, managing the disk and creating a RAID label. Hardware means it's a interface to the disk, and we can able to create a disk space. Okay, like that. So again, I'm coming back to thing. So sorry, here it is. Okay, so here is a RAID 5. RAID 5 is a 3 disk, and each disk total space you are getting a 2/3 of the total disk. So 2 disk space only we are getting. Okay, what are the data we are inserting? What are the data you are inserting into the disk? Okay, what are the data you are inserting into the disk? So the data, the data's parity bit stores in another disk. If any disk is failure, we can still able to access the data. Whenever we reinsert the same disk or a different disk, no problem. Automatically, this remaining disk will calculate the data and restore the data into the disk. Okay, so what will happen if one single disk is failure? No problem. Remove the disk, reinsert the new disk. Automatically, RAID 5 will be again up and running. RAID 5 up and running. When one single disk is failure, RAID 5 is in warning level. RAID 5 is in warning level. So you can get a yellow triangle mark like this. Okay, you will get a yellow triangle mark with some exclamatory mark inside like this. Okay, so that is a warning. If 2 disks are failure, it means completely error, so we cannot able to do anything with that one. Okay, so that's the point. Same as a RAID 5, RAID 6 also there. Same as the RAID 5, RAID 6 also there. But here we are using a 5 disk. We are using a 5 disk. In a 5 disk, we can able to combine. We are getting only 3 disk space only. We are getting only 3 disk space only. Okay. 2 disk failure. It is a 2 disk failure. 1 disk is failure. No problem. Just wait. Don't get hurry. So slowly you can go and repair the disk and reinsert the disk. Okay. So meanwhile, before you identify and solve the problem, meanwhile another disk also failure. Okay, totally 5 disks are there. If one disk is failure, you identify the risk and then you went there and you want to reinsert the new disk, or maybe you want to change something. Meanwhile, another disk also failure. Still no problem. User sir can able to access the data. If it is failed to move more than two, then problem is there. Okay. Okay. Well, up to 2 disks. Well, like one disk failure, no problem. Another disk is also failure, not at all a problem. So 3 disks, we can able to get the data. Okay. So we have to repair meanwhile like that. Okay, same as the write file. So same priority bits are storing into another disk. So one disk data parity bit, one disk data parity bit stored in any in remaining other disk. So if any disk is failure, a new disk is inserted, it regenerates the data and will get it back. Okay, so this is about your RAID. Okay, and I told about RAID 1, RAID 2, sorry, RAID 0, RAID 1, RAID 5 directly. And where is the other RAIDs? Where is the other RAIDs? RAID 2, RAID 3, okay, RAID 4, RAID 5 we know, RAID 6 we know now, and RAID 7, RAID 8, RAID 9, where are they? So it is actually, these RAIDs are in reality it is existing. It is there in the time. But problem with this one is when they are testing, so it is not as very suitable. In a certain suitable environment, these RAIDs may suitable, but in a regular environment, so these RAIDs are not in a practical environment, not working. So it's not as your RAID 5 and RAID 6. Okay, these are all not working. There is a certain issues are not suitable for industrial or enterprise purposes. So these RAID 5s we are not at all using. Okay, we are not using these RAIDs. I type up to RAID 9 only. So where is the RAID 10? There is no RAID 10. Okay, but RAID 10 is there and RAID 50 also there. Okay, so what is the RAID 50 RAID 0? It's a combination of RAID 1 and RAID 0. It means both mirroring and stripping, both will get. So you will get a more space when we are using RAID 10. Okay, so like this. RAID 50 also same thing like RAID 5 plus RAID 0. It means this hard disk is okay. This two hard disks combined. It means 1 terabyte, 1 terabyte, 1 terabyte, 1 terabyte, 1 terabyte, 1 terabyte. Total it become a total 4 terabytes. Okay, so like that. There is a different combinations they are doing. Okay, so it depends upon the requirement they will do it. But in our servers we can't do this. Okay, if you want to do also you can. We'll try. So that's a different point. Okay, so currently I'm not doing that one. So I will show you stripped, I will show you mirror, I will show you RAID 5. Only 3. Okay, RAID 6 option is not there. Okay, as you know. Okay, so if it is there or not also I don't know. So I will check it. Okay, so this is my server. My server is alive. Okay, I will show you this practical. If you can able to do this one, you can do it. If you cannot able to do it, still no problem. But understand RAID. RAID is very good topic. Okay. Even though I don't know whether they only 1 or 2 times they ask in interview, but still it is valid. In interview, don't go with FAQs. Go with everything. No, last interview, 2 people are rejected. They have to attend a training again. Not a training actually. Actually, maybe next month again they will take an interview. So why? Because they ask very simple question. I showed that question to you also, right? I showed that questions to you. Okay, so problem is they ask very they ask very simple questions, starting questions. Even last batch, one batch, they got the questions like that only. What is 32 bit? What is 64 bit? What is network? What is DHCP? Explain DHCP. Like that only. They ask questions. Even people are prepared for DevOps and everything, they didn't get it. Okay? So like that. So we don't expect what question in interview they will ask. So prepare everything. Get ready with all the weapons. That's it. Okay, guys. This is the file and storage. This. And then I have to show iSCSI also. Tomorrow I will show you iSCSI and backup also. So one disk only there. I don't have a multiple disk to do it. And one more is there now. So what is that? Disk management. I'm going to open my disk management. Yeah, already it is there. So I have a single disk. This is the basic disk and these are the partitions are made. I want more disk. So how to get it? Because why we are using VMware? This is the main purpose. We can add whatever we want. Okay, added network adapters without purchasing a new adapter. Think like we have a physical machine. You have to go and buy a market one adapter and insert it and connect it, open it, connect it, and start it. Okay, and slots will be over, right? Like that. See, I no need to buy any hard disk. So I can add the hard disk, but I no need to buy anything. I'm going to add a hard disk. You know how to add a hard disk? Hard disk. Next, SCSI only because it's hot swappable. I'm working on it, right? So my server is on, so I can't use SATA and other things. It is showing the option, but SCSI is the one. Okay, create a new disk. Yes, I will create a new disk. Okay, like this. Do not check this one. Okay, select only like this. Single file. That's it. Okay, I'm using here 100 GB hard disk. Okay, because my main disk is already 60 GB. I'm using all our 100 GB hard disk. Next, like this one. You can click finish, no problem. Otherwise, you want to store in a specific location, you can store it. Okay, separately you want to store it, you can store it. Like see now it is redirecting into the download. It should not do like that. So it should store into where I created my server. There only it should be created. Okay, this is my server location, right? Okay, this is VMDK. This is also virtual hard disk. Virtual hard disk in VMware. VHDX, VHD, Microsoft virtual hard disk. VMDK is VMware virtual hard disk. Remember extension. This is also virtual hard disk. Finish. So add 100 GB. I need at least 3 hard disks, right? RAID 5 up to RAID 5. Next. Okay, first option. Single. And I'm going to change 100. Next. Browse. Now it is showing in my location only. So I'm going to save here. If you want more hard disk also, you can add it. No problem. Oh, sorry, this is 60 GB, right? So I'm changing 100 GB. Okay, 3 hard disk I added. Okay. Okay, now you can see 3 disks are connected here. Okay, 3 disks are connected here. You can see. Okay, so can't put a full screen mode because of. Okay, this is 3 disks. Okay, disk 1, disk 2, disk 3. What is the first practical? So we'll see. First practical is first one is stripped volume. Okay, now unknown, right? So I'm going to make it as a online first of all. Online. Okay, it is online now, not initialize. I'm going to initialize this one as a GPT, or you can use MBR, no problem. So there is that much problems are not there. Okay, this is also online, second one, and second one is I want to initialize, okay, GPT. Okay, now two disks are there, and this is third disk. Okay, so two disks are important here. Right click. Do you want to create a span or stripped? So I'm going to create a stripped. Write file is disabled. Why write file is disabled? Because I have only two disks. Okay, if you have a third disk is online, then okay, if third disk is online, then write file is volume is available. You can convert the disk into dynamic disk now, or you can do it in a later also, no problem. Okay, you can convert into MBR also, no problem. So thing is, I'm going to create a stripped volume first. Okay, so I can add two disks. Can I add three disks? Yes, I can add a three disks. Okay, not only a two disks, we can able to add a more disk here. Okay, next. This is a stripped volume. Okay, so quick format. Next, finish. Now it is showing a error. So like this warning. The operation you will selected will convert the selected disk to dynamic disk. You have to convert dynamic disk, then only we have to do it. If you don't convert the disk to dynamic, so no problem. Click yes. It will convert first disk into dynamic. See, automatically it is converted into dynamic. Then it will become stripped value. Now can you see this F drive? Both are F drives only. Both are F drives only. This is 100 GB. This is 100 GB. In this list, if you go to the F drive, if you go to this F drive, can you see 200 GB? Okay, it's combined both the things. If you combine this thing, also we can able to do it. Okay, initialize the hard disk, GPT. Okay, you can convert it. Okay, you can convert it. Only third, no, don't convert your operating system disk. Don't try in your physical disk, physical machine. When we start anything, first one is first one is that one. Okay, you can't do anything. Why? Because this is already stripped. We can't extend to this one. Okay, that's another problem. Okay, so why it is a different color? The color represent what type of volume it is. See, this is the blue color primary partition, and this color is showing it is a stripped volume. Can you put some data here? Right click open. Then I'm going to put some data here. Okay, something, anything. Okay, just like look like some data, or you can copy paste also. Okay, like this. It look like some data. So you can see an F drive with a 200 GB hard disk. And already I told, if one disk is failure, total disk loss, I want to make a disk as offline, just disk to offline. What happened? Failed. Where is my F drive? Gone. Okay. So that is the that is the thing in a stripped volume. So write 0, setup without priority or mirroring. So same that I leave there, but okay. So where is my machine? Gone, right? If I make it is online, then what will happen? Now it is back. Okay, but think if disk is failure, total data collapse. Okay. Now data is okay. Data is there. Just I made it as offline. That's it. But I didn't remove it. Otherwise, what I will do, if I format or delete the volume, entire thing will be deleted. I made it as a volume, so I cannot do it. I can reactivate or delete the volume. So I'm deleting this volume only, and entire data is lost, and this is become offline again. Okay, like this. Okay, so that is the one, and we have 7 minutes to do two more things. That's why, yeah. Earlier days, so when I started classes almost like 2009. We don't have this virtualization and all. I have to remove hard disk from other PCs, connect the disk, and we have to show the software write kind of stuff, write 5, write strip per minute. Like already one disk is there, I have to add a 2 more disk. It is very high risk also because CD-ROM is there and hard disk is there. Okay, and if any student do mistake, then it's on me only. Now we have a virtual machine. Yeah, this is giving a shit. Okay, so your data loss, everything is gone. Next one is a mirror. Okay, this is a mirror volume. Okay, mirror drive without parity. Single disk failure. RAID 5. So block level strip set with the parity distributed across all the disks. Like you can across all the disks. So we can understand what it is. Okay, this is RAID 6. RAID 10 like that. RAID 50 also there. This is here given up to RAID. First is stripped and 2 strips become mirror. Yeah. Still it is rotating. I have 5 minutes. If in case it is got disconnected before it is coming, connect immediately. Okay, connect in 2-3 minutes because we are recording. So anyway, you will get a saving time. So once it is completely saved, then connect it back. I will show you today. Today only I will show you. Okay. Tomorrow again you will forget. I will forget. I won't forget. We don't have a time. That's it. This is better option. So again I will open. Now it will take time to connect. So guys, I'm doing everything in a server. Does not mean it's a server class only. This is not directly server class. It's a storage class. I'm showing in a server. And RAID 5 works in only servers, not in a client. And I don't have any other kind of RAID applications and that. Okay. Manage. You have 2 minutes to disconnect, guys. So after it is disconnected, connect it again. 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, because I want to show you that one. That's it. Then it will finish. We have a lot of work with the storage. Okay. Once RAID 5 is finished today, then you can study. You can read it, right? I explained today about local storage. First, I explained about local storage. Then I explained what is IDE, SATA, PATA, and SSD, SCSI, how SCSIs look like. And of course, SCSI practical is there. Tomorrow, I will try to show you SCSI practical. Okay, so first SCSI I have to show, right? iSCSI thing. iSCSI how to show. Already I told about SCSI, SSDs, and PATA SATA in that one. Now we are discussing about RAID, right? So RAID discussion is completed. Only this part only left. Bring into online. Again, it is freezing. This is also dynamic. Why it has become dynamic? Okay, we are about to disconnect, guys. Take just 5 minutes. Reconnect it back. I will show you this practical. Then I will close it. No problem. Only mirror and RAID 5. still it is